Hey, it's Panda, and welcome to this Mabinogi Crom 30 tutorial. For the first four rooms of Crom, you're going to want to take green, and the rest of the way, you're taking red. I'll explain that more later. Ragdolls are really good to have for Irusan fight, so make sure you have one before going into Crom. Here are the requirements for Crom. You must have a total combat skill level of 1500 plus, and you need the Waves Amidst the Calm quest to be cleared. You can see me summoning my phoenix and putting on the Flame of Resurrection skill. This skill is really good because when you die in Crom, your phoenix will automatically res you. And make sure you also grab some full recovery potions before going in, since you cannot take potions in some of the rooms. So this is the first room of Crom. This is where we start off when we first go in. When it comes to techniques, oftentimes people are going to have different sets. So this is what I wear for most of Crom, and then this is like my DPS set when I'm at Irusan, and then I also have Prag on another set. You don't really need Prag for Crom 30, but you're gonna definitely want it for higher up Crom percentages. So to start the room, you just click on the purple barrier, and all you gotta do is just kill mobs in this room, and you'll be facing a couple of different waves. You can also see the total run count of how many Croms you've run this week in the top left. Since it's master plan, that's why you're seeing 12 runs, but typically you can only run Crom 10 times per week. For the first room, you're going to want to make sure you're taking the green circle. For the second room, same thing, it's just killing mobs, and there'll be a couple different waves. There is a pole in the middle that you can hit, but usually that's just used for higher up Croms, so we don't need to do anything there. So after all the mobs are killed, all you need to do is stand on the green circle and you will be teleported into the next room. For the third room, same thing, it's just killing mobs again. And then after all these mobs are killed, you are going to want to take the green circle. There is sort of a filter on in this room, so it doesn't look green, but just make sure you're not taking the red circle in this room. So for the fourth room here, what we do is we just shadow cloak, or you can ride a pet to the back of the room. Mobs are going to spawn and they're going to go down the hallway to the citizens. So essentially, we kind of just let the citizens die here. It's kind of cruel, but we don't need to protect the citizens since we're just doing a Crom 30. If we were doing a higher up Crom, we would kill the mobs, but in this case, we just let the citizens die. And then this will be the last green circle that we take. After this, the whole path will just be red circles. For room 5, same thing, just killing mobs. For the second wave, if you are a Dark Diviner, you can use Hex. And then for this room, we are taking the red circle. Okay, so now for room 7, which is the most confusing to people new to Crom 30. So you can kill the Ronins by using a meteor, or if that doesn't work, you can vortex where that person is standing, since there's a black circle under that person, and the mobs will only take damage if they're in that circle. You then want someone going to that black circle and walking to the red circle. Usually you have an elf do this, since they can use hide and they won't be attacked by mobs. Just to reiterate, mobs only take damage if they're in these black circles. Wind Blast, Meridian Sweep, the Stardust skill Blow are really good ways to move the mobs into those black circles so they take damage. Now for room 8. This is the room right before Irusan. I like to start off with a vortex, and for this room it's same thing, just killing mobs. You can wind blast mobs in the top corners into the center of the room if you like, but our team does a lot of damage, so we're kind of just melting through mobs. In this room, there are a total of 4 waves. If you have multiple DDs in your party, for the 3rd wave, which you'll see soon here, you can have someone hex, and the other DD can vortex the mobs. And then you can do the same thing for the next wave, just vice versa. And the next room is Irusan. So here are the Irusan health percentages in which we will be getting mini games at. Now it's time for Irusan. You are going to want to make sure you're putting on as many debuffs as you can. So that's Deathmark, Fate Weaver, Starlight Veil, you can put a Hydra down, Pet Spam, all that jazz. You're going to want to make sure you're avoiding her attacks. The beams will slow you, and the red circles will probably put you in deadly or even kill you. Depending on how much damage your party does will determine how many minigames you guys will get. Since our team is pretty strong, we are kind of blazing through Irusan's health, so I kind of had to tell the team to kind of slow down so I can show you guys how to do Cauldron. On the screen, it will notify you when Cauldron has started. So I like to shadow cloak to Cauldron, and then all you gotta do is click on it, and it will start filling up the bar. Once the bar is full, you will then be given minigame. So you just smash left, right on the keyboard, and then you head on over back to Irusan, This is where the ragdoll comes in. You equip the ragdoll and you start hitting Irusan with the ragdoll, and it will summon one of those tigers or whatever your ragdoll is. And then I like to summon a pet and use Wave the Gun on Irusan. The best drop that you can get from doing a Crom 30 is a Grumpy Cat Marble. These drop pretty rarely, and you need 30 of them to make a Irusan spell, which is a Pierce accessory. There is a pity system when it comes to Crom. You can talk to Gilach, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, and in the shop you can purchase Nightbringer mats to make some Nightbringer weapons. And that concludes the rest of the video. If you liked this video, please make sure to give me a like and also subscribe. But until next time, I will catch you guys later.